Right, the next presentation will be presented by Dr. Jens um, from Chameleon Strategies, Asian African Union, and former CEO of Barbados Tourism, Bangkok, Thailand. Will share his experience and focus on building a bridge between SMEs, sustainability, and marketing.
Thank you very much. I think it's getting late, so I'll be trying to keep this on track. As I was introduced, I just left Barbados. I finished my contract there, the CEO of Barbados Tourism, and previously I was in the Mekong Tourism Coordinating Office, being the executive director there. I wanted to talk about destination marketing or destination management a little bit today, and I think this is a topic that hasn't been touched on too much today, but a lot of people kind of talked about it. And obviously there are opportunities now to really look at destination management a little bit differently. Jed, who I think will talk about climate change, but also has another venture which is Low Season Traveler. And actually, Jed came to Barbados and really explored what is there to do in Barbados. And I think it's a unique concept. And we're looking really to explore how can you look at destination management in a different way, but also how you can look at public-private partnerships. There's been quite a bit written on public-private partnerships in working with the government and the private sector and so on. And what I wanted to talk to you about today is something that is around social enterprises. How can we make travel really as a force for good and leveraging social enterprises? Social enterprises, when Jürgen invited me to come here, he told me about the theme, and it's about small businesses, SMEs. And I believe social enterprise is an important component of that, especially when it comes to the tourism industry. Having said that, when it comes to social enterprises, in the travel and tourism industry, it almost has been unexplored. Social enterprise is actually a huge industry. There's a lot of money that's being put at it with the British Council or SHOP or other organizations. But in travel and tourism, not much is going on when it comes to social enterprises. Now, I think what first we need to look at is what actually is a social enterprise. And many times it's actually misunderstood, where people say, well, it's the same thing than community tourism. So community tourism puts local people at the center of the decision-making process to produce a tourist offering which benefits the whole community, but just a few businesses. It looks to build a strategy which allows small local businesses to capture footfall of visitors who are attracted to large, popular local assets. And social enterprises obviously are part of community tourism, but it's slightly different. It's really a trading businesses selling goods and services to make a profit, whose primary objective is to achieve social impact and environmental goals, solving specific problems. And Jeffrey just 2 seconds ago talked about a new social enterprise that he is and Jen are looking to introduce, which is a climate-friendly travel club, another social enterprise that is solving a specific problem. So when we look at social enterprises in travel and tourism, it can actually have a huge impact. And in a way, it can really drive sustainability. On one hand, it provides incredible, authentic experiences. It keeps the money in the local community. It feeds into the destination and the local people, and it creates resilience. Not to go too much into the model there, but you see it really impacts everything from travelers, the industry, companies, and the local people. Now, I have divided this presentation in 3 parts. So the first one is really the purpose. So how do we look at social enterprises and aligning it to consumer trends? So we really look to support the SDGs and solve global challenges via social enterprises in travel. So we look at some of the statistics here. So these numbers are pre-COVID, 1.4 billion tourists, 15 million number of culinary experiences worldwide, millions of retail experiences, 185,000 number of hotels and resorts globally, 95,000 museums, 130,000 number of tour operators, 975,000 number of attractions and activities, 2,500 destination management organizations. And in all of that, 78% of travelers looking for more purposeful experiences in businesses, and 82% of businesses looking to create a social impact. So how do we look to really drive that mantra? So on the community benefits, social enterprises can really be a tool, or what we call destination place making, to really become a cornerstone of how we manage destinations. Now I wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit what I mean by that, and I want to take you into one of my past experiences when I was head of Mekong Tourism. And the Mekong region, consisting of 6 member countries, Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Thailand, Vietnam, and parts of China, has unlimited experiences, what we call it. So I mean, you can have anything from culinary, religious, wellness, adventure, all of that. So I mean, obviously very, related to experiences that you can have in other ASEAN member countries. So what we wanted to solve is really to create a public-private partnership framework to engage stakeholders and create inclusive initiatives to strengthen resilience and sustainability. So resilience really being an important component of driving sustainability. And in the Mekong region, we created a framework where we curated small businesses, social enterprises, and really making sure that we create a whole different way of destination place making. This had to do with capacity building, where we made sure that these businesses had support. We looked at marketing and promotion, and we also looked at ways of driving investment, which obviously is a big component for these small businesses. So I want to show you a video, not to go through it, what the Experience Mekong collection actually is. So the video will explain that a little bit more in detail. But in essence, we in just over 2 years, we were able to curate over 300 small businesses in these 6 countries. And with that, we were able to almost reposition the region as a sustainable and responsible experiential destination. So what's important around it is when we look at this platform, it is that it's not just about hotels and restaurants, but it's really encompassing the entire ecosystem. You see here from a blind massage place in Vietnam to Lao Buffalo Dairy, which is kind of creating cheeses and milk out of buffalo milk, which is a whole different issue when it comes to buffaloes and Laos. Also in Lao, bamboo Lao, to how you create bamboo products to avoid single-use plastic pollution, and then also saving dolphins in the Mekong River. So just a few examples there in terms of how widespread these experiences are, and all these businesses are social enterprises that are giving back into the community and also preserving and conserving the destination. And someone said it this morning, I think it was Peter, said like these experiences actually create memories, right? And so here you see, I mean, these people are now engaging in these experiences and they're sharing these moments, on social media all over the world, and they create a cloud of experiences that become memories and inspire other people to want to have these same experiences. And obviously that cloud of content is real. It's not developed by an ad agency for a lot of money, but actually that is content that comes from real people and inspires other real people. We actually created some campaigns around it. One was the Mekong Mini Movie Festival, where we encouraged people to share experiences in 60 seconds or less. And we had over 500 videos that were submitted, and a lot of businesses that provided sponsored prizes, from dinners to Rosewood hotels with a price around $50,000 in all three destinations with 70 chefs and all of that. So it was a big success, but that this content that was shared is still available today and shaping the image of the destination. What we did then is we actually worked with the university, with Mahidol University, which then created with their students, created case studies around these businesses and created capacity building for other businesses to get inspired and learn from these best practices. And during COVID, we had a lot of seminars and webinars and all of that, and it actually inspired people to kind of really get through this most difficult period of pandemic. Now, going back to the issue of resilience, and this might be a little bit academic, but when we look at, what normally happens is that these small businesses are really alone. They don't have a support mechanism. And anyone who has worked for destinations, they know that you have hotels, you have restaurants and so on, and they are it's very challenging for them to compete, not even on a domestic level, but on a global level because of the resources. And by clustering these businesses together, they have a support mechanism and they can actually share some of these resources. And also then it can create destination resilience because of that, they create services and capacity that otherwise they wouldn't have. Now, I wanted to show you another video because the other part when you are in destination marketing is the promotion of your destination. So I mentioned before, we did a campaign on Mekong Mini Movie Festival, but then also we created a destination film for the Mekong region, and all the content that you see in a second was all generated by people through our various platforms, and then we kind of stitched it together into a destination film. And that obviously is something, again, that's very inspiring, but on the other hand, it's also very low cost.
It ain't worth living if you dream it small. Ooh, I want it all. Yeah, I want everything. You know it ain't worth living if you dream it small. I want it all.
So all that content was user generated, so it was all from real experiences, and so we thought this would be a way of promoting the destination in a whole different way. But these campaigns, our Make Our Moments campaign or the Make Our Mini Movie Festival, won a lot of awards because it was a different way of driving these campaigns and engaging not only the businesses, because they then encourage people to share their experiences, but also travelers and residents. Now, the vision when it comes to really making social enterprise a tool for sustainable tourism is really to drive resilience and create a social impact. So why now? Because social enterprises are growing, especially coming out of the pandemic. Consumers are looking for these experiences. They want to have a connection with the local communities. They want to have that mutual understanding. We had an interesting discussion at lunch where obviously people are talking around sustainability and you shouldn't fly long haul, and we all agree about the issues of climate change. But also there's another aspect of why do we travel, and that component is important, is because people want to connect with other people. They want to have that social that mutual understanding, learning about other cultures, and that also drives peace in tourism as well, and makes travel actually a force for good. And then the last point is online access. Now through the internet, through platforms from Airbnb and other ones, it is possible to actually have these local experiences and support these social enterprises, which wasn't possible maybe 10, 20 years ago. So when we look at that as a model, it strengthens the community, it builds capacity, it builds the tourism brand, and it also generates revenues, and that kind of drives a resilient and sustainable tourism industry. So the mission really, and this is something that some friends of mine and we've been talking about even before COVID, is how do we unite social enterprises as a force for good. And so we came up with something which is live but not live, which is called GASET, Global Alliance for Social Enterprise in Travel and Tourism, to really give these small social enterprises a voice, because in the end, yes, there are community tourism or ecotourism associations, but really it's a different kind of animal. If you are a social enterprise, really looking at engaging, how do you look at investment, how do you build capacity, and if you are a social enterprise, actually you're not just a small business. It is different. And so I'm also one of the judges and on the advisory board of the competition, or the social entrepreneurship or enterprise competition in travel and tourism, which is out of Germany. Again, something to really help these social enterprises to not only pitch and get exposure, but also get them build a community around that. So this is something that has been an idea, and maybe it becomes reality one day. And so really it's a powerful member-led global local alliance with tools and services to help like-minded social enterprises in travel and tourism become more successful in order to create more social impact. Because we believe, and that's why we did the Experience Maker collection, is if there are more people that actually go to these social enterprises, that drives money into the community, and that drives more sustainability. So a lot of people talk about sustainability, we need to be more sustainable, but we believe that actually social enterprises can be a very powerful tool, to really drive sustainability and with that resilience. And I want to end with founder of Ashoka, Bill Drayton, and Ashoka being an organization that has supported social enterprises, not so much in travel and tourism, but overall, and he said social entrepreneurs are not content just to give a fish or teach how to fish. They will not rest until they have revolutionized the fishing industry. And I think we may want to look at how do we revolutionize the travel and tourism industry. Thank you very much.
In today's globalization and highly competitive business environment, international tourism and hospitality need to constantly adopt and modify its structures and objectives to remain profitable, to remain sustainable, and to remain relevant. May I congratulate Mr. Yege, the founder and president of the World Tourism Network, to have spearheaded this great initiative by hosting the Bali International Met Expo 2023, where travel business and government dialogue together, and the showcasing of various services, products from across the world. I would have loved to be there with you today in Bali, to learn, to be sharpened, and to share and enjoy the exploration of this most amazing destination. But due to some other pressing issues, I am not able to be with you. May I appreciate the government of Bali, especially the Honorable Minister and all stakeholders who rallied behind this great event. We thank you so much for being part of the championing the cause of our tourism sector. And to our colleagues, our associates, tourism champions, our exhibitors, we have traveled from across the globe. May this be an opportunity to do business, to seal deals, and have fun, and explore all corners of this mighty, majestic tourism destination, the wonder of Bali. May you create great memories, create good contacts, and create friends. I thank you. Have a good day.
Hi there, Jürgen and team. I'm so sorry that I cannot attend the seminars, but be assured that I'm with you in spirit, and I wish you all the best. Greetings from me, Diana, who is the president and founder of the Country Style Community Tourism Network, Villages as Businesses, and I'm also the president of the International Institute for Peaceful Tourism Caribbean. So I'm thinking of you all, and thank you very much for all your caring for our community tourism program.